Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Love Island episode 2 just aired, so let's talk about the episode. The majority of this episode is just basically the reactions to the bombshells coming in and some of the islanders leaving the villa. But we do get some new couples at the end. So first let's talk about the reactions of Sean and Kinsey after the switcher stay reveals. So Sean was definitely shocked that Bea wasn't behind the door, which I get. I think the issue there was Bea never really told Sean how she was feeling. Um, she was mostly telling the girls. I wasn't shocked that Bea decided to not stay in the couple because she was talking about not wanting to be with like a dad or like seeing that as a red flag. But I don't believe she ever told Sean anything about that. So a lot of this episode is just Sean and Kinsey's reaction to this switcher stay thing. And Sean actually says in the episode at some point that he was interested in Trinity when she first came in the villa.
Very specific type.
Okay.
Like when I first came in, Trinity and I, when I first came in, I was like,
Oh.
God damn, you know what I mean?
But I do think like if he does try to kind of explore that connection, that they won't work because Trinity has talked about how she doesn't want to be with the dad when talking with Bea. So I highly doubt that will ever be a thing. Sean also does tell the guys that like if she does come back and try to talk to him, he'll hear her out. But at this point, like he would just put more energy into other connections, even if she did kind of still want to explore that connection with him. Which again, I don't think there will be any exploring of connections there. Maybe it will be, but I do think Bea is more interested in Gabriel, the new bombshell. In terms of Kinsey, she's definitely a lot more upset about the situation. She was crying with the girls. Um, I think with Zach, he just again didn't really like tell her fully what he was feeling. It was more so just him saying like, "Oh, you're not my type. But I'm gonna keep like trying to pursue this connection." Like he told Bryce with the new bombshell that he was like not really feeling any romantic feelings towards Kinsey in any sort of way, which was very different than what he was saying to her. And I even think to the guys, like he was telling the guys that he wanted to like still try to pursue a connection with Kinsey. I don't think he ever said there was like no romantic feelings whatsoever. To me though, Kinsey was like kind of giving Kaylor, like I was expecting Kaylor from her. But I do think she's gonna like stay true to her word and not try to pursue a connection with Zach anymore. Which even if she did try, like I don't even think Zach wants to pursue a connection with her. So we'll see how that ends up happening. Okay, let's talk about the bombshells now. So Kata is the girl bombshell. I don't know if they posted any information about her anywhere else, but from the episode, all I got is that she's a server and a model. I don't know where she's from. Maybe she said so, but from this episode, all I see is server and model. So she took Zach and Bryce to, I believe they said it was called Paradise Cove. I was trying to figure out where they were because they said they were not in the villa. I believe they said Paradise Cove. So she took them there, and I know Zach was feeling her. Bryce was definitely feeling her, but you guys, like, hopefully I can find this video. I got such bad secondhand embarrassment watching these interactions with her and Bryce and Zach because you can clearly tell like she's feeling Zach more. Like everything about the situation was giving that.
I gotta get part of this too. Sorry, I can't leave a boy out.
Sorry, you're gonna be left out just today.
And Kada, Zach, and Bryce.
I was like, oh my gosh. I had to pause it and I don't know. It was so embarrassing. Like I could not watch it. It was just very clear that the girl bombshell, Kada, was feeling Zach way more than Bryce. I think she literally told Bryce that he's not her type. Basically, she said that she likes darker features, and tattoos, and he's just not. He's not that. Bryce does also reveal his motivation for switching instead of staying in a couple with Trinity. And originally, I believe I said in the last episode recap that I thought he switched because of the age gap thing. But he tells Zach that Trinity isn't a very physical person, so it wasn't working out. Which makes sense because Trinity told the girls that she was like not very physical and that she didn't like kissing. So that makes sense. Okay, now we're gonna talk about Gabriel, the boy bombshell. Um, from I could not really read his vibe. Like he was kind of like affectionate towards both Trinity and Bea, so I couldn't tell where he was gonna go until the very end when he literally chose. But I honestly thought he was gonna choose Trinity. Like maybe I just wanted him to choose Trinity because I like Trinity. But yeah, he was just it was kind of the same with both. There was no like clear, stronger connection with Bea or Trinity. I also did want to talk about how I feel the switch or swap or stay challenge thing was taken. Because both Zach and Bia kind of mentioned this, but I think they both took the swap or stay challenge as like, am I open to exploring a new connection or do I just want to stay in this connection? With Zach, I think either way he would have swapped because Zach just wasn't feeling Kinsey. But I do think Bia like was just saying like she wanted to explore a potential new connection and didn't necessarily want to stay committed to Sean at that time. I don't know if Bryce and Trinity took it the same way, so we'll see. Both Melanie and Sincere and Casey and Anaya are kind of like pretty solid at this point. Like they seem good in their connections, especially Melanie and Sincere. Like they both seem really happy and there's no like connections that they want to explore. I am interested to see how the new bombshells will shake it up maybe. I don't know if they will. I don't know if Melanie will go with the new bombshell, but I do definitely think Sincere might maybe try to talk to her. With Casey and Anaya, like they are strong at this point. Visibly like they look strong, but I think there is definitely like potential for some cracks to surface. Even like in this episode, you can kind of see like there might be problems in the future. I did think originally that Anaya didn't like Casey as much as he liked her. And throughout the episode, or especially at the beginning of the episode, I was kind of feeling like, okay, they both seem like they're like really feeling each other and they're strong. And maybe Anaya likes Casey more than I thought. But then towards the end of the episode, I was still kind of seeing like, okay, maybe Anaya doesn't like Casey as much as he likes her.
I want you to stay here. Like,
Yeah.
I like talking to you, so I'm like really rooting for you. Like, I want to be by your side through the whole thing.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I
just
appreciate it.
when you're okay.
Appreciate you.
At one point, Anaya mentions that Sean was in her top two when he first came in. So to me, like it does seem like Anaya wants to explore other connections, maybe more so than KC does. Even though it is still like early, I just think like she's like outwardly trying to explore connections, and Casey's maybe kind of waiting until someone who he like is really interested in comes along and more so focusing on the connection that they have. We also have some conversations with Sean and Kinsey, which I was not a fan of. It just feels fake. Like it feels like forced because they both were kind of left by their connections. Like I didn't think there was like any like chemistry there at all. Um Sean made Kinsey eggs, like heart-shaped eggs, and she was bringing that up. And she was like, "Oh, like they made me so happy. I was so giddy and happy all day because of them." And Sean was just like not really reacting. It just felt genuinely it felt so forced. Okay, now let's talk about the new couples when the Islanders come back to the villa. So Gabriel's choice was Bea, and Trinity became single. Um, it was so awkward though. Like the kiss was so long, so I know it was awkward with Sean sitting there, and like it was just awkward. Kata chose Zach to couple up with, which to me was not surprising. I literally was getting secondhand embarrassment with every interaction she had with Bryce, so I'm glad it went that way. Yeah, because both Bryce and Trinity were left single and not chosen, they did couple up together, which I don't know. Like, it just is weird. Like, I don't think they wanted that to happen because they obviously both chose to swap out of their couples. And when they sat down together, like before they found out they were going to be a couple again, it was just giving like awkward energy. They were not talking, looking straight ahead, not looking at each other. Then they couple up and it's like, oh yeah, like give me a hug. Like it's so awkward and like it's obvious that they don't want to be in a couple. I'm not mad about it though, because that means that Trinity is safe and I do like her. So I'm not mad about it. Finally, Sean and Kinsey are both left vulnerable. My prediction is that they will try to explore a connection together. I don't think they'll go back to Bea or Zach. But I don't think that they will last. And even if they do have a connection, I do believe it will be forced. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Thank you.